and welcome to International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry webinar. We're very happy that today we have with us a very dynamic and a very interesting personality. Heartiest welcome to R.K. Singh. R.K. Singh has been a man from media, a man from engineering and broadcasting, who has spent more than 45 years in broadcasting. He's been a part of All India Radio, part of Doordarshan, and he got retired from Doordarshan with the highest post of engineer-in-chief. We're very lucky that R.K. Singh has been also a part of Asian School of Media Studies as vice president. The fact is that ICME has been always interested in bringing all those people who have done extraordinary well and who have something extraordinary to share with the people. That's what we believe in. 7-8 years back, we were just talking about artificial intelligence. And today, after pandemic, I think we have realized that artificial intelligence is going to stay here, is going to be the ultimate, and each and every one of you has to be familiar with this system, with this process, with this procedure today. Let's talk about artificial intelligence, and we have with us expert R.K. Singh right here. May I request R.K. Singh ji to please take over from here. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. I would like to mention that how I got involved into this work. When I was posted at All India Radio Lucknow, that is in 80s, and that time we had problem about the transmitters, which was about 15 kilometers, that whenever there is a breakdown, people will rush there, and then it used to take time. Sometimes the only technician is there. Then I realized that why not we have some system? And some of you must be knowing that that time expert system was just coming, because that was the beginning of the artificial intelligence. And I successfully worked on that for almost 8-9 months. And then I could make that successfully. And then we had testing also. And I'm happy to say, sir, that I got international award, ABU, for that work. Later on, after retirement, when this particularly in pandemic time, and again I got this interest, and I said, why not we study? And then I started learning, and it is a fantastic topic, that everybody has to. In fact, some time back, we all knew that those who don't know digital, all the literacy of a person will be decided whether he knows digital or not. If he doesn't know, he is called illiterate. And that time was there, everybody was involved and they were doing it. And the same thing is coming now in my talk when we proceed further. Even the government, even the Prime Minister has mentioned that everybody has to learn AI, whether he is a school student or college or university or working in a factory or in office, everybody. So probably this is going to become, for everybody, AI has to be there. And again, in my some slides, I will mention how government is so keen about it. I will start with two big news for India in artificial intelligence. And let us see that these two big news for India are that India has become founding member of Global Alliance in AI. This is an international organization, and it is known as GPAI. So India has become the partnership in that. And second is, this is more important, responsible AI for social empowerment. That is RAISE 2020, Global Artificial Intelligence Summit, organized by the Government of India in partnership with Ministry and Academia. And this was inaugurated in October 5 by our Honorable Prime Minister. So just little bit I will be talking about these two things. First, about the GPAI, India becomes founding members, and there are other important countries who are founding members. They are Australia, Canada, European Union, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Republic of Korea, Mexico, and so on. So they are, along with them, India is also the founding member. As per the statement released by the Union Government of India, by joining GPAI as founding member, India will be able to actively participate in the global development of artificial intelligence, leveraging its own experience around the use of digital technology. The statement added that the collaboration with the international organization and partners, GPAI will bring together. Another important thing is this GPAI will be supported by a secretariat to be hosted by Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, that is OECD. It is in Paris, as well as two centers. There are two centers. Of course, main is in Paris, and two centers, one in Montreal, Canada, and the second is Paris, France. So they will be controlling, and OECD will be the main center as far as GPI is concerned. Now, another important event which happened, and we all are very happy, that RACE 2020, that is Responsible AI for Social Empowerment. Actually, RACE is for this word. And it says very clearly that we need to make artificial intelligence in India and make artificial intelligence work for India. And this is what was told by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Now, in the history of human civilization, artificial intelligence is considered to be the next giant technology, a leap similar to electricity and internet. With AI possessing the power to radically transform the economic and social fabric of the world we live in, it is time to ask, how can we use AI responsibility and for inclusive development of socio-economic? The Responsible AI for Social Empowerment Global Artificial and Summit was organized by the Government of India in partnership with industry and academia and was inaugurated by Prime Minister on October 5, 2020. Now, RACE 20, mainly it focused on healthcare, agriculture, education, and smart mobility. Well, all other sectors are also there, and we can say that AI is there in all sectors. Recently, I have been studying the AI in journalism because that is also very important. The summit helped to create a data-rich environment, which is a stepping stone to eventually transform lives globally. So these two ministries were there. One significant note for this summit was, and this I think everybody should note, that India's AI could add up to $957 billion, $957 billion to India's economy by 2035. And this will be by AI only. At the RACE 2020 summit, delegates and experts in research, policy, innovation, etc., joined from all over the world and participated. The summit featured some of the most exciting startups working in artificial intelligence related fields. Startups chosen through the AI Solution Challenge showcased their solution in the AI startup. This is part of Government of India's continuing support. And it was very clearly mentioned, as I mentioned in the beginning, that AI is for now everybody and it is mainly for social empowerment. Well, RACE 2020 has tracks like AI for health, agriculture, this I have already mentioned, and it shows a platform for the meeting of some of the best minds in the world on AI. That was really there. Many experts all over the world, they participated and delivered their talk, which was very, very informative. So these two major developments, I hope, just to give you some idea, just to give you sort of curtain raiser for my talk. And now, before I proceed further, I would like to give my audience, those who are participating, some feel of AI, that how our life is going to be, maybe in another 7 years, 8 years, or it depends upon the technology development. Now, before I start this video, this is about your assistant in the house. If suppose you are in the house, there is nobody, but then it was a digital butler called Bellic, this concept. It is human-centric vision robot for personal. This robot is your personal assistant, and it is just like a slightly bigger than tennis ball. It is just like of that size. A small rolling robot can not only understand your needs, but also can take care needs of your pets. अगर घर में आपके pets वगैरह हैं, dog है, cat है, so it will take care of them also. It can also assist controlling your TV, and it can act as a yoga guru. And small robots can support and request, reacts to your needs. AI to be security, it can provide you security, a fitness assistant, a tool to help you connect with a small division, their homes. And it can open the blinds in your room, turn on TV, house dog could have something to watch, rolling around. So all these, so many things it will be doing. Let us have the performance of this robot, how it works. Okay. ये बीच का उसमें क्या है? Starting getting.
Hi, Bali.
Power line with your elbows all the way out.
Goodbye, Bali.
Starting meeting. Charging.
あ、ダンスやってる。
これ見よっか。
レッツダンス。ママ、この人たち踊り上手くない？
プロだもん。上手に決まってるでしょ。
マヤもダンス習ってるんだからもっと近くで見たら。
そうだね。
マヤも一緒に踊ってみたら？
恥ずかしいよ。
いいからやってごらん。
じゃあやってみる。
Let's dance.
Augmented reality and virtual reality take viewers closer to the performers.
マヤもこの番組見てるんだ。これすっごいよね。若菜ちゃんも一緒に踊ろうよ。踊る踊る。今行くね。
Hello.
せっかくだから着替えちゃえば。うわー、綺麗。可愛いじゃん。
Diverse vision offers new experiences and deeper connections, as well as safety and security. People will soon be able to enjoy a variety of content and different ways to watch it, using not only ordinary TV, but also 3D TV, AR, and VR equipment. And through our Meta Studio technology, producers will be able to record 3D shapes and textures, producing more expressive content.
マヤ、パンのこね方調べて。
はーい。あ、ミーアキャットだ。うわー、かわいい。
意外とふさふさしてるね。
この子ってどんなところに住んでるのかな？
見てみようか。
わあ、アフリカだ。
マーヤ、こね方わかった？
もうすぐ。いい匂い。早く食べたい。
オッケー、すぐ作るね。
Diverse vision will also help people obtain accurate, personalized information following a disaster.
NHK 気象災害情報です。先ほど12時15分、今あなたがいる東区に大雨警報が出されました。この後激し
うちの方にも出てる。行かなきゃ。
This allows for quick assessment and response. The system can help wheelchair users find easier evacuation routes. It will also offer important, easy-to-understand information to people with visual or hearing impairments or limited Japanese ability.
雨すごかったね。大丈夫だった？
よかったね。
Helping to build stronger bonds between you and your loved ones. That's diverse vision.
When we are talking about artificial of intelligence, and here one thing is important. Suppose you want to make something copy, duplicate of something, maybe some idol, some statue or something, and you go to some expert, that one, what he will do, वो यही कहेगा कि सर आप ओरिजिनल ले आइए और इसका मैं आपको कॉपी बना दूंगा. I will make it original. So now my point is that if we want to make artificial of intelligence, then we should know what is intelligence. Because unless we know what is intelligence, we can't make artificial of it. हमको समझने के लिए ये बहुत जरूरी होगा कि हम पहले इंटेलिजेंस को समझ लें. We must understand what is intelligence. So that is my first target. So one thing is certain, that we have to pinpoint the true measure of intelligence so that we could make an attempt to make artificial of it. Now, regarding this, I have taken two quotes from our great scientists. One is Einstein and other is Socrates. Now, Einstein said very interesting thing. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. उसने ये कहा कि सब इंटेलिजेंस, नॉलेज अगर आपके पास बहुत है तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप इंटेलिजेंट हैं. It is the imagination, how you can think about it. And imagination is more important than knowledge. For knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world and it is unlimited. And another great scientist, Socrates, we all know, and he said a very interesting thing. I know that I am intelligent because I know that I am not, that I know nothing. So he was very, in plain words, he said this thing. And now we will talk, when we talk about intelligence, there is a lot of research. And believe me, those who are joining, maybe 500, 600 people or more here, and if I ask them, by what is intelligence, believe me, they all will answer, their answers will be all different. Everybody will define the intelligence in their own way. So if there is no unity on a particular definition, फिर हम बनाएंगे कैसे intelligence और artificial कैसे बनाएंगे? So for centuries, everybody has tried, that is, philosophers have tried to pinpoint the true measure of intelligence. More recently, neuroscientists have entered the debate searching for answers about intelligence from a scientific perspective. What makes some brain smarter than others, probably they say that is intelligence. Are intelligent people better at storing and retrieving memory? These are the comments. And in fact, when I searched the Google, believe me, I got more than 200 definitions which were different for all the people. So the problem was, first I was working on, and then to my audience, to my listeners, I have to tell them what exactly is intelligence. Then I can proceed further about the artificial intelligence about which whole world is talking. So intelligence is the ability to understand and adapt to the environment by using a combination of
बहुत बढ़िया।
inherited abilities and learning experiences. Well, again, this is some definition to solve. Psychologists define intelligence as some ability to understand and adapt to the environment using a combination of inherited abilities. So all these, so many definitions are there. There is no standard or agreed definition or model of intelligence. And this has led some to believe that intelligence may be approximately described but cannot be fully defined. Now, I make a comment here. In this world, so far, till date, this time, there is no standard definition of intelligence which is acceptable to everyone. No, there is no definition. We have to make some compromise. We have to make, and here also we will make some compromise before we proceed further. Although there is no single standard definition, but if one surveys the many definitions that have been proposed, there are strong similarities between many of the definitions quickly becomes obvious. In many cases, different definitions suitably interpreted actually say the same thing but in different words. कई लोगों ने वही definition की intelligence की definition कही है और उसको दूसरी अंग्रेजी में words को change करके again they are saying the same thing. But some relevant definition of intelligence, yes, I have selected few. Intelligence is the ability to think, reason, and understand instead of doing things automatically or by instinct. अगर हम कोई चीज reasoning करके करते हैं, उसको समझ के करते हैं, then intelligence will be involved. Intelligence is the ability to understand and think about things and to gain and use knowledge. Now, sir, please remember this knowledge and intelligence words will be coming, and later on I will clarify what exactly it means. The ability to use memory, knowledge, experience, understanding, reasoning, imagination to solve the problems. Intelligence is a very general mental capability that, among other things, involves the ability to reason, plan, and solve problems, think abstractly, comprehend complex ideas, learn quickly, and learn from experience. Now, since we have to make artificial of intelligence, let us see what is the difference between the two. Probably that may clear few things. First of all, when we say intelligence exists, what is the existence and how AI existence? So human intelligence revolves around adapting to the environment using a combination of several cognitive processes. The field of artificial intelligence focuses on designing machines that can mimic human behavior. अब यहाँ पर मेन चीज है सर, ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस तो हमारे जो हमने अडॉप्ट किया है एनवायरनमेंट में अपनी लाइफ में, बट आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जो है इट कैन मैक्सिमम व्हाट इट कैन डू, इट कैन मिमिक द ह्यूमन बिहेवियर. द मशीन विल copy the human behavior. Now, what about the memory usage? Humans use content memory and thinking, whereas robots are using built-in. अब देखिए, जहां तक मेमोरी का सवाल है, हम लोगों की अपनी मेमोरी है, हर एक की अलग-अलग मेमोरी है. As far as robots are concerned, AI is concerned, well, whatever memory we give it to it, that will be there. Now, mode of creation. Human intelligence is bigger because it is creation of God, and artificial intelligence, as the name suggests, is artificial, little and temporary, created by humans. Now, this is the main difference. Human intelligence तो भगवान ने, हम जब भी पैदा हुए हैं, भगवान ने हमको इंटेलिजेंस दिया कि कोई ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट होगा, कोई कम होगा. और इसमें एक चीज और भी थी, अगर इंटेलिजेंस को आगे आएगा कि अगर हम रख सकते तो फिर आइंस्टाइन की इंटेलिजेंस को हम लोग स्टोर क्यों नहीं कर लेते? That was the problem, because you can't take out somebody's intelligence and keep it forever. Artificial intelligence can beat human intelligence in some specific areas, such as in chess supercomputer. अभी हम आगे भी देखेंगे कि yes, artificial intelligence has defeated chess champion, but in what context, that we will have to see. That is where we talk about the dominance of AI over intelligence. After intelligence, what? In fact, after intelligence will be AGI, and then super intelligence. This is general intelligence, artificial general intelligence. These things I will discuss bit later and making it clear. Well, these are the few comparisons. As far as energy efficiency is concerned, AI takes about 2 watts for modern machines, not much. Whereas human intelligence, when they calculated, they found that it is 25 watts human brain. They consume about 25 watts. While consuming kilowatts of energy, this machine is designed for particular. See, when we design some machine with AI, we spend a lot of money. We take months together, and then only we make a small machine. Whereas humans learn to manage hundreds of different skills. अब हमारे एक आदमी है, वो पता नहीं कितनी चीजें मैनेज करता है. That is human intelligence. Then multitasking. High time is needed to train the system on each and every responses. Human works on multiple tasks. Then similarly, decision making. Robot can hardly compete its mobility. एक 6 साल के बच्चे के लिए बनाने के लिए भी उन्होंने कितने साल लिए. Whereas human has the ability to experience from knowledge to take decision. So there are few more things are there. Not about the cost, of course, low initial cost and high running cost as far as human is concerned, and machine high initial cost in case of robots and low running cost. That is the difference. Then creativity, humans are creative. They always get new things, whereas machines are uninspired. एक बार बना दिया, उसके बाद में वो आगे नहीं चलेगा. Permanency of intelligence, well, human intelligence is perishable. We could not preserve Einstein's intelligence after his death. क्योंकि आदमी चला गया, intelligence भी चली जाएगी. Machine intelligence is permanent. It is easy to preserve intelligent tools like Siri and Watson. Ease of duplication, slow language based communication process, some expertise can never be duplicated. It's very difficult to duplicate human intelligence, but knowledge can be copied from a machine and easily moved to another one. It started in 1950 when this idea came. But earlier intelligence, artificial intelligence was simple rule based. Rule से मेरा मतलब है कि if this is this, that is this, then this will happen. Even when we were making the computer, means we feed some program. We tell computer that you multiply, it will multiply. We tell computer you do this, it will do that. So that is what it started. And in the beginning, up to late 80s, there was only expert system was there. Then after late 80s, then came the machine learning. Now, but why machine learning came? There were two things. That as the people started working on machine learning, they knew that lot of data is coming, and that time computers were also not powerful. They were not able to compute. So these things, they said, no, I will not make my computer intelligent. I will not, rather I will ask computer that it itself makes it, and then came machine learning. I will, at this moment, I will not go into the detail because this is a very, very big topic. And after machine learning came deep learning. This gives a good idea that this bigger circle is, in fact, if you see, it is AI. It is written here behind this, coming. It is AI. Now, in the beginning, as I told you, it was only expert system which was there. So I have mentioned 4 expert systems: ES1, ES2, ES3, ES4, and for a very long time, till late 80s, there were only expert system as far as artificial intelligence is concerned. Now, later on, when problem came, when people had developed, then they developed machine learning. In fact, machine learning is a subset of AI. And then further when it went, then they developed deep learning. Deep learning is again subset of machine learning. So machine learning is subset of AI and DL is subset of ML. But one interesting thing, please note, this will be very important later on. If you really study, when you know that data is the heart of AI. Data is the artificial intelligence का heart है. अगर data बेकार है तो आपका AI भी बीमार है. So this data is very important. Whole artificial intelligence work only on data, but data is very important, and that's why these days, sir, data science is very important. Many students they are learning data science because data science has got lot of future. So data, again, this line diagram gives the complete idea what is AI, what is ML, what is DL, what are expert system, and then common to all this is data. 51 में एक फेरेंटी मशीन बनी थी जिसने सॉल्व किया था, लेकिन जो रियल फादर माना जाता है, फादर ऑफ एआई, ही इज जॉन मैकार्थी. इसकी यहाँ पर तस्वीर दी हुई है. सो इसने 50 में ये किया था, और इसने जो एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम बनाया वो लिस्ट प्रोग्रामिंग पर बनाया. लिस्ट मींस लिस्ट प्रोसेसिंग. और मैंने भी जो अपना एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम बनाया था ट्रांसमीटर्स के लिए, मैंने भी लिस्प लैंग्वेज यूज की थी. एक्चुअली लिस्प इज ए लैंग्वेज, कंप्यूटर लैंग्वेज. इसके साथ हमने प्रोग्रामिंग करके अपना एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम बनाया था. और आज भी बहुत सारे एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम लिस्प लैंग्वेज पर चल रहे हैं. लेट 60s में कंप्यूटर साइंटिस्ट वर्कड ऑन मशीन विजन, विजन लर्निंग एंड डेवलपिंग मशीन लर्निंग इन रोबोट्स. रोबोट्स बनने शुरू हो गए 60s में. फिर रिसर्चर्स एम्फसाइज डेवलपिंग एल्गोरिदम to solve mathematical problems. However, despite this well-funded global effort, पैसा आ रहा था AI के लिए, several decades कोई progress नहीं हो रही थी. Computer scientists found it incredibly difficult to create intelligence in the machine. देखा कि पैसा तो आ रहा है लेकिन वो machines को intelligent नहीं बना पा रहे हैं. And to be successful, AI applications, you know why this was happening? Program तो वो बना लेते थे, but computers were not well developed enough to process. कंप्यूटर की जो प्रोसेसिंग थी वो इतनी ज्यादा नहीं थी कि वो AI अच्छे से अच्छे AI डिजायर्ड बाय द मेनी मल्टीनेशनल्स एंड ऑल दैट वो बना पाते. तो धीरे धीरे क्या हुआ कि गवर्नमेंट एंड कॉर्पोरेशन दे लॉस्ट फेथ इन AI, एंड दैट वाज a very black period from the mid 1970 to mid 1990. Please remember, computer scientists dealt with an acute shortage of funding. उस समय लोगों ने फंडिंग करना बंद कर दिया, तो जो कंप्यूटर के साइंटिस्ट थे, those who were developing artificial intelligence, उनके पास पैसा ही नहीं रहा. और ये जो पीरियड था, इसका इन लोगों ने एक नाम दिया है हिस्ट्री ने, वो है AI विंटर्स. तो दिस AI विंटर्स वर्ड इज वेरी पॉपुलर. इट वाज देयर फ्रॉम 1970 टू 1990. बट उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि जापानीज ने अच्छे कंप्यूटर बनाने शुरू कर दिए. दे स्टार्टेड मेकिंग बेटर कंप्यूटर एंड विच वर वेरी फास्ट. और 90s में अमेरिकन कॉर्पोरेशंस वंस अगेन बिकेम इंटरेस्टेड. और जब देखा कि जापानीज अच्छी मशीन ला रहे हैं, काम हो रहा है, तो लोगों ने, अमेरिकन कंपनीज ने, गवर्नमेंट ने पैसा देना शुरू कर दिया और फिर काम शुरू हो गया. और फिर एक अच्छी चीज जो हुई, द वन गुड थिंग विच हैपेंड, कि इन्होंने ऐसा AI डेवलप किया. यू ऑल नो, वी ऑल नो इट. एक इसका नाम था डीप ब्लू, और उसने उस समय के वर्ल्ड चैंपियन गैरी कास्परोव को चेस में हराया था. एंड दैट वाज द थिंग. लोगों ने कहा हाँ भाई, इसका मतलब AI जो है वो कुछ न कुछ तो है. और उसके बाद में AI का काम और तेजी से शुरू हो गया. तो इन 1997 में IBM ने बनाया डीप ब्लू, और ये पहला कंप्यूटर था जिसने कि वर्ल्ड चेस चैंपियन गैरी कास्परोव को हराया था. इसके बाद में फिर तेजी आने लग गई. एक्सपोनेंशियल गेन्स इन कंप्यूटर प्रोसेसिंग, पावर एंड स्टोरेज एबिलिटी अलाउड कंपनीज टू स्टोर वास्ट एंड क्रंच. फिर तो स्टोरेज प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व होने लगी और कंप्यूटेशनल प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व होने लगी, एंड AI अगेन वेंट ऑन. देन कंपनीज लाइक Amazon, Google, Baidu एंड अदर ये कंपनी आई, इन्होंने पैसा देना शुरू किया. ह्यूज कमर्शियल एडवांटेज, क्योंकि दे वांटेड कि वो अपने काम के लिए मॉल्स में या जो प्रोडक्शन है उसको बढ़ाने के लिए दे वांटेड AI. So they started pumping money and people started working. Other than possessing user data to understand consumer behavior. Now कंपनियों ने कहा, Amazon ने कहा कि भाई लोग जो खरीदते हैं, वो बंदा अगर मॉल में जाता है, अगर एक दो चीजें खरीदता है, लेकिन वो देखता भी है बहुत सारी चीजें. तो व्हाट इज हिज इंटरेस्ट, मतलब वो एक के बाद उसको और क्या क्या चीजें देनी चाहिए. तो तो उन्होंने अपनी बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी बनाने के लिए एआई को यूज करना शुरू कर दिया एंड दे गॉट द आइडिया कि यस कैसे करना है। और फिर आया हमारा मशीन लर्निंग इज नाउ एम्बेडेड इन मेनी ऑफ द ऑनलाइन सर्च। अब आजकल मशीन लर्निंग जो है वो हमारी कई चीजों में है। इवन व्हेन वी यूज जीपीएस, when we use this Siri, and then of course these are very small applications of AI. फिर आया एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम। एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम ने जो है 59 में नेवल शॉ ने एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम बनाया और इसका जो पहला एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम था इट वाज डेवलप्ड इन 65 बाय एडवर्ड फ्रैगमन और पहला एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम जो था वो 70 में एंड देन इट केम इन 80s. एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम्स वर अमंग द first truly successful form of artificial intelligence software. Actually expert system जो थे वो पहले फर्स्ट AI था वास्तव में देखा जाए तो। पहला था रूल, इसको बोलते हैं रूल बेस्ड एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम ES1, मतलब रूल बनते हैं। रूल का मतलब इफ पेट में दर्द है एंड बुखार है तब ये चीज हो सकती है, या उसका सर दर्द कर रहा है और उसको ठंड लग रही है या वो है तो ये। सो इफ एंड देन, इफ दिस इज दिस देन दिस इज दिस। तो ये जो रूल ये कहलाता है रूल बेस्ड एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम। इवन लोग जो हॉरोस्कोप बनाते थे, हॉरोस्कोप भी लोग एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम से बनाने लग गए कि भाई कब पैदा हुआ, क्या हुआ क्या हुआ, अगर ये है मून की स्थिति क्या थी, उसकी क्या थी, तो इसका ये होगा। तो लाइक पीपल, मेनी पीपल मेड हॉरोस्कोप आल्सो आर एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम। फिर आया ES2, मिन्स्की ने जो है ये रूल, इसके जगह उन्होंने फ्रेम यूज किया। फ्रेम इज आल्सो सॉर्ट ऑफ डेटा, तो फ्रेम पर यूज किया, दैट वाज ES2। देन फजी लॉजिक, ये एक अलग टाइप का एक्सपर्ट सिस्टम था जो इन्होंने वॉशिंग मशीन में डाला। अब वॉशिंग मशीन में सर ये है कि मान लीजिए टेम्परेचर, पानी का टेम्परेचर हमने बना लिया और पानी का टेम्परेचर एक पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर पर वो कट हो जाएगा, तब तो वो उस टेम्परेचर पर ये हमेशा कट होता रहेगा। तो उन लोगों ने कहा कि नहीं, फजी लॉजिक सिस्टम जो लगाने से टेम्परेचर डाउन भी होता है, इट विल कंटिन्यू फॉर सम टाइम एंड देन अगेन इट विल ऑपरेट। So that was fuzzy logic. And then came the expert system with neural network. But this is not deep learning वाला neural network. ये उस समय neural network आया और इसमें काफी काम हुआ, and this was a very very big development as far as AI is concerned. Compare किया है artificial intelligence को और expert system को. Naturally, expert system was an old thing. It is a simulation of human intelligence, जबकि expert system refers to computer program that simulates. So इस तरह के मैंने कुछ comparisons किए हैं. I come to another very important thing, that data is very important. Data कैसा है, intelligence आपका उसी पर depend करेगा. Data means for everything. इंडिया में कितने लोग मलेरिया से बीमार हुए, कितने मरे, कितने खेती, कितनों के पास क्या है, all these things are data. So a system, जहां तक artificial intelligence में data का सवाल है, a system is only as good as data it learns from. आपका artificial system जो है, AI system जो है, वो उतना ही अच्छा होगा जितना कि आपका data अच्छा है. Of course, data is not the only input into data ही नहीं है सब कुछ, लेकिन data is the most important. There are many other driving factors that shape the design of AI system. Data is the core of any AI algorithm. Data जो है वो heart है, वो core है. It must be supplied in the form that algorithm understands. The main function of AI algorithm is to unlock the concealed information, knowledge available in the data. Data quality is important when applying artificial intelligence techniques, because the result of these solutions will be as good or as bad as the data is. If data is good, AI functioning will be good. If data is bad, AI functioning will be bad. The algorithms that feed systems on artificial intelligence can only assume that the data to be analyzed are reliable. Data should be very reliable. अगर आपका data ही गलत है, तो आपका पूरा system ही गलत हो जाएगा. The role of data is to empower business leaders to make decisions based on facts, trends, and statistical numbers. Now, AI design करने में, I'm giving you example. Gathering only one variable about the, मान लीजिए कोई फैक्ट्री है, आपने कोई फैक्ट्री लगाई है, उसमें बहुत सारी मशीनें चल रही हैं. Machine means all machines are rotating. Now what you do, आपने हर मशीन का जो आरपीएम है वो भी तो डेटा है ना. एक्चुअली हर मशीन का जो आरपीएम है, दिस इज आल्सो डेटा, एंड यू फीड आरपीएम ऑफ ऑल द मशीन्स इनटू द computer, into the AI. Then do you think your AI will work? No. See, that's why, that is what I have written here. Gathering only one variable, अब आपने सिर्फ एक वेरिएबल को लिया है, that is speed of the motor per minute, is not going to be enough to tell you why a failure happened. अब आप ये पता लगाना चाहते हैं AI से कि भैया यहाँ पर 100 मशीनें चल रही हैं, मशीन फेल होने के पहले हमको बता दे AI कि ये मशीन कौन सी मशीन फेल होने वाली है. तो AI, yes, AI will do, but AI should have the data. अब आपने खाली आरपीएम का डेटा दे दिया, उससे काम नहीं चलेगा. आपको उनके टेम्परेचर का भी डेटा देना पड़ेगा, आपको दूसरी और चीजों का भी देना पड़ेगा. इन सब चीजों से AI will decide and it will tell you कि ये मशीन अब जल्दी फेल होने वाली है, and normally the accuracy is 90%. So you can take action as far as that machine is concerned. India is rapidly becoming the largest data-rich democracy. India is the largest data-rich democracy with data from government records, geographic, demographic data, municipal tax, हर चीज, IoT sensors, citizen-generated location, etc. India offered 1 GB mobile data to its user at just 9 cents. अमेरिका वालों को इन्होंने, इंडिया वालों ने अपना डेटा जो है सिर्फ 9 cents for 1 GB data they charge, which was the cheapest across the world compared to global cost of mobile data. But the same amount of data, that is 1 GB, was available in developed countries at much higher rates, such as 1.39 pound per GB in UK and about $8 in US. So that is the difference between Indian data and the UK and US data. Calling the need for a digital revolution, India could harness this cheap and easily accessible data to transform India into a data intelligent nation. AI is our future. The new wave of mission-driven entrepreneurs working to ensure India's rich data is responsibly harnessed. There is a role for investors to fund budding data entrepreneurs, for philanthropists to provide seed giants to build intermediary backbones, and for government agencies to create a supportive policy environment. In addition, data needs to be handled with appropriate safeguards through policies and responsible practices. Ultimately, data जो आपको बहुत सारा मिल गया और आपको बनाना है AI, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, तो डेटा से जब हम उसको प्रोसेस करते हैं तो इंफॉर्मेशन बनती है. मैं अभी एग्जांपल से आपको एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. और इंफॉर्मेशन को जब प्रोसेस करते हैं देन इट बिकम्स नॉलेज, और नॉलेज को जब प्रोसेस करते हैं तब ये बनता है इंटेलिजेंस. इसको बड़ा सिंपल तरीके से याद करने का कि साहब दूध ले लीजिए, दूध को जब प्रोसेस करते हैं तो दही बनता है, दही को जब प्रोसेस करते हैं तो मक्खन बनता है, और मक्खन को जब प्रोसेस करते हैं तो घी बनता है. घी इज द प्योरेस्ट फॉर्म, बट ऑल दैट प्रोसेसिंग इज इन्वॉल्व्ड. In a rough way, I have given you that when there is a data, information, knowledge and intelligence, but all these things, इनमें एक चीज है कि there is a processing. So data, information, knowledge, intelligence closely related, but they are all closely related to each other. तो AI क्या करता है? AI यही करता है कि डेटा में छुपी हुई इंफॉर्मेशन को it takes out and then tell you, sir, this is the information. So one is derived from the other. मतलब एक इंफॉर्मेशन जो है वो डेटा से आएगी, नॉलेज जो है इंफॉर्मेशन से आएगी, एंड इंटेलिजेंस जो है वो नॉलेज से आएगा. डेटा इज फैक्ट्स, स्टैटिस्टिक्स कलेक्टेड टुगेदर फॉर रेफरेंस और एनालिसिस. डेटा इज रॉ, अनरिकॉग्नाइज्ड, अभी दिस आई हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन, unrecognized facts that needs to be processed. Data can be something simple and seemingly random and useless unless it is. अब डेटा बिल्कुल बेकार है अगर आपने उसको प्रोसेस नहीं किया है. When data is processed, organized, structured or presented in a given context, so as to make it useful. It is called information. Another example, मान लीजिए history of temperature reading all over the world for the past 100 years. आपके पास डेटा है कि पूरे दुनिया का पिछले 100 साल का टेम्परेचर का रिकॉर्ड है आपके पास, बट अगर ये ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं है तो ये बेकार है. लेकिन अगर आप ये कहते हैं कि इफ दिस डेटा इज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एंड एनालाइज्ड टू फाइंड आउट द ग्लोबल टेम्परेचर इज राइजिंग, देन इट बिकम्स इंफॉर्मेशन. क्योंकि उस डेटा को अगर आपने प्रोसेस किया, देन आपको पता चलेगा कि किस पीरियड में टेम्परेचर, ग्लोबल टेम्परेचर वाज राइजिंग और किस पीरियड में लोअर था. दैट बिकम्स information. And similarly, another, take some website, it is visited by visitors, और आपके पास बहुत डेटा है, बहुत लोगों ने वेबसाइट विजिट किया, but finding out that traffic from US is increasing while that from Australia is decreasing, this is meaningful information. तो उसी डेटा से आपने दो इंफॉर्मेशन बना ली. When data is collected, is filtered, it turns out to be information. On the filtered information, the useful material that is relevant to the subject is called. अब आपने डेटा को फिर प्रोसेस किया, and then you get knowledge. Knowledge means awareness of understanding of the subject obtained from the education experience of a particular person. Information is refined form of the data that is used to understand the meaning. Now, अब हम थोड़ा सा और आगे डीप में जाते हैं. This will be interesting probably. So the use and scope of artificial intelligence don't formal introduction. Artificial intelligence is no more just a buzzword. ये तो सब हम लोग already discuss कर चुके हैं. It is the process of building intelligent machine from vast volume of data. Again, the data is coming, that AI is built by data only. Systems learn from past learning and experience and perform human tasks. So, and machine learning and deep learning forms the core. They are the core of AI. Machine learning and deep learning are the core of AI. Building artificial intelligence, there is lot of data, vast volume of data. We give it to our machine, computer, and this computer will learn from data, and then it will build some intelligent system. So this is the very simple way for any child to understand that data is given to computer, but program is not there. Computer will learn from data, and then it will give you some AI system, artificial intelligence system, and then that can do your lot of work. Now, AI works in different sectors like transportation, healthcare, banking, retail, entertainment, and e-commerce. Types of artificial intelligence. Quickly, I have made few slides. We can define artificial intelligence in two ways. Based on the capabilities and based on functionalities. What is the capability of AI? उसके हिसाब से हमने इसको define किया है. And what is their functions? उसके हिसाब से design किया है. तो पहले we will see based on capabilities. अभी तक जो AI यूज हो रहा है, narrow AI also called a weak AI. Narrow AI is also called a weak AI. It focuses on one narrow task and cannot perform beyond. हम जो AI बनाते हैं एक particular task, एक particular चीज के लिए बनाते हैं, and it cannot do more than that. Even आपके फ्रिज में भी AI होता है, but that takes care of your temperature, of your motor, etc. जबकि it targets a single subset of cognitive abilities and advances in that spectrum. Narrow AI applications are becoming increasingly common in our day-to-day life as machine learning and deep learning methods continue to develop. Now, narrow AI जो है वो हमारे हर फील्ड में आ रहा है. Apple Siri जो है is an example of narrow. It comes under narrow AI या weak AI that operates with a limited predefined range of functions. Siri often has problems with tasks outside its breadth of abilities. Siri की भी आपने देखा होगा एक limitations है. Within that it will work, but if you go beyond that, it will not work. So it comes under narrow AI. IBM Watson supercomputer is another example of narrow AI. It applies cognitive computing, machine learning, and natural learning process. Other examples of narrow AI include Google Translate, आपको पता ही है, all language, if you write in English, it can translate in any language. That is also narrow AI. Image recognition, it will recognize your face, software, recommendation system, spam filtering, मान लीजिए जो मेल आ रही है, अगर वो आप नहीं चाहते हैं तो it will filter out that spam filter. And Google's page ranking algorithm. So these are the different algorithms which have been made by Google, and they are being used, but they all come under narrow AI, or it is also called weak AI. Then comes what is general AI, or it is called strong AI. Now general AI is coming now, but there is a difference. It is certainly general AI, also known as AGI or strong AI. It can understand and learn any intellectual task that a human being can. It allows the machine to apply knowledge and skills in different contexts. AI researchers have not been able to achieve strong AI so far. अभी तक ये जो strong AI है, ये पूरी तरह से बना नहीं है. But now people are putting money, and this will be far, far ahead than weak AI or narrow AI. General AI has received 1 billion investment from Microsoft through OpenAI. OpenAI is a forum. वहां से $1 billion US has been given by Microsoft to develop this general AI. FTSE has built the K computer, which is one of the fastest supercomputer in the world. I have shown the diagram here. It is one of the significant attempts to achieve strong AI. A strong AI बनाने के लिए हमको super fast computers चाहिए. So this is one step towards that. So it took nearly 40 minutes to simulate a single second of neural activity. Hence, it is difficult to determine whether strong AI will be achieved, when AI will be achieved. So these are the computers lined up. Tianhe 2, this is also a name of a computer that was developed by China. And it holds the record of CPS, calculation per second, at 33.86 petaflops. So this is a huge CPS. Although that sounds exciting, the human brain is estimated to be capable of 1 exaflop, that is a billion CPS. ये तो quadrillions of CPS है. Mind जो है, it comes as billion CPS. Then comes the last one, super AI. Super AI surpasses human intelligence and can perform any task better than a human. The concept of artificial super intelligence sees AI evolved to be akin to human sentiments and experiences, that it doesn't merely understand them, it also evoke emotions, needs, beliefs. मतलब human super AI जो होगा वो दोनों से ऊपर होगा, and it will be better than human being. Its existence is still hypothetical. Some of the critical characteristics of super AI include thinking, solving puzzle, etc. Then we are functionalities के साथ हम 4 टाइप की मशीन AI है. Reactive, limited theory, theory of mind and self. We can see little bit of each. What is reactive machine? A reactive machine is the primary form of AI that does not store memory or use past experience to determine future. मतलब ये सिर्फ उस समय आपने जो काम दिया उसको वो कर देगा, ये स्टोर नहीं करेगा. It works only with present data. They perceive the world and react to it. Reactive machines are provided with specific tasks, and they don't have capabilities beyond those tasks. Actually, आपका ये जो chess का जो बना था, it comes under reactive machine only. I mean, if suppose a move comes, and then what computer will do, that is reactive. It will not store those moves. So it can identify the pieces on a chessboard and know. Deep Blue can make predictions about what moves might be next for it and its opponent. It ignores everything before the present moment and looks at the chessboard pieces as it stands right now and chooses from possible next move. So that was one, reactive. Then is limited memory. Limited memory means limited memory AI trains from past. यहाँ पर हम past data use करते हैं. The memory of such system is short-lived. They can use this past data for a specific period of time, but they cannot add to it library of the experiences. This kind of technology is used in self-driving vehicles. Limited memory AI also observes how other vehicles are moving around them at present and as time passes. The ongoing collected data gets added to the AI machines static data such as lane market and traffic lights. And theory of mind again continue. Theory of mind represents an advanced class of technology and exists only as a concept. This also is only a concept. It has not come up. Such a kind of AI requires thorough understanding that the people and the things within an environment can alter feelings and be इसमें behavior वगैरह हर चीज को study करेगा. In theory of mind, one real world example of the theory of mind is Kismet. This is a robot had made in the late 90s by Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Kismet can mimic human emotions and recognize them. It can even take the human emotions or usko recognize. But if somebody is sad, then they will say, "Whoa, you are sad. What is wrong?" Both abilities are the key advancements in the theory of mind, but Kismet can't follow gazes or convey attention to human. This is the Kismet picture. Sophia from Hanson Robotics is another example where the theory of mind was implemented. Cameras present in Sophia's eyes, इसमें eyes के अंदर कैमरा है, combined with computer algorithm allows her to see. She can sustain eye contact, recognize individuals and follow faces. मतलब इसके अंदर जो कैमरा है और जो AI है, ये आपको recognize करेगा, आपको follow करेगा और आपसे बात कर सकता है. And the last one is self-awareness. Self-awareness AI only exists hypothetically. Such systems understand their internal traits, states, and conditions and perceive human emotions. These machines will be smarter than the human mind. So this is what is expected to come. How AI can be dangerous? From Siri to self-driving cars, artificial intelligence is progressing rapidly. While science fiction often portrays AI as robots with human-like characteristics, AI can encompass anything from Google search algorithm to IBM's Watson to autonomous weapon. The difference between AI and AGI, this is very interesting. और इसके लिए एक एप्पल के को-फाउंडर स्टीव वोजनिक उसने एक टास्क बनाया and that is called coffee test. And he said कि let me test whether some AI which has been made, whether it is AI only or whether it is AGI. So AGI will go hunt down the items it will need, figure out how to use them and then carry out the task to the same quality as human. यानी कि अगर आदमी किसी ने कहा कि ह्यूमन की तरह काम करना है, रोबोट को तो बता दिया है कि you go there, in that almirah something is there, all those things are programmed, that AI is there. But AGI जो आगे आ रहा है, it will go and it will do the things of its own. A machine that was able to do this would be considered a fine example of AGI. That gives the difference between AI and AGI. AI machines might be able to share the optimum amount of coffee to use to make the best cup based on data or sort the mugs of color. AI ने simple AI तो कर देगा आपको, वो mug भी ले लेगा, आपने जो color दिया है वो भी ले लेगा and coffee बना देगा. So whereas an AI machine needs to have pre-programmed data. AI machine को आपको program करना पड़ेगा कि भाई आप ये करो, ये करो. AGI would be just as capable and carrying out tasks as humans. If AGI machines can practically do anything that humans can, surely this is the next logical step in the advancement of the technology. जो आदमी कर सकता है वही अगर AGI करने लगेगा, so they will be at par with the human. AI is not at par with human. Actually, we all know Stephen Hawking. हम सब जानते हैं. Actually, before his death, just probably 1 month before his death, when he was addressing an audience, and he said that the development of artificial intelligence might become the worst event in the history of our civilization. Known as artificial superintelligence by AI researchers, ethicists, and others, it has the potential to become more powerful than anything on this planet. And that, if somebody is superior to humanity, then what can happen? Well, these are the two things. Machine learning, we have seen it may Siri aa jata hai, Alexa aa jata hai. Alexa also we all know, Cortana. Then came machine intelligence. इसमें AGI, when then comes AGI. AGI may refers to computer that is as smart as human across the board. They are at par with human. This is inferior to human. And machine consciousness, this will be super intelligence. This will be super intelligence. AI में जॉब तो एनहांस होगा, बढ़ेगा, बट AGI आने के बाद में आपके जॉब्स कम हो जाएंगे. जॉब विल बी एट रिस्क. और आर्टिफिशियल सुपर इंटेलिजेंस आने पर इवन द ह्यूमैनिटी विल बी एट रिस्क.
Absolutely right.
हमारी जो लोग हैं वो जिंदा भी रहेंगे कि नहीं रहेंगे, it will all depend. So we have to be very, very careful when we are developing a artificial super intelligence.
What an excellent information you have delivered. And I am sure people have become knowledgeable after this session. And I don't know how they're going to use all this information and knowledge with their intelligence. That is entirely up to individuals.
Yeah.
And let me extend my heartiest thanks to you for preparing and assimilating so much of and so many information at the same time. Let me also extend my thanks to all the people present here.
Yeah.
Who have enjoyed this program. Thanks a lot.